I said, okay.
All right, we're back with Old School Eats. I'm here with my son, Nicholas. Say hello. We are going to take on the tartine. You guys may have seen the video the other day, which was bacon, brie, and fig. We're going to do a barbecue tartine. Nicholas had this brainchild. I don't know what cheese he has selected.
I haven't selected anything yet.
Okay.
I gotta look and see what we got.
So, well, pulled pork. This is my pulled pork that he's heated up just a little bit because he's going to toast it in the toaster oven. We've got some Kosmos Q Cherry Habanero sauce. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a twist because it's not really as fancy as the tartine because we're not using a preserve. But Nicholas thought using one of the sort of fruity sauces as the base would be a good idea. I don't think he's wrong. And he's going to pick a cheese. We're going to do some experimentation on cheese. And we'll assemble. We'll be right back. I'm here with Nick. He's going to explain his cheese choice while our baguette toasts over in the toaster oven.
Actually, almost done.
Yep.
So I was gonna go with American. That's kind of the standard cheese for every sandwich you'll get at like any deli, any grilled cheese. I just feel like for me that's too basic to put on a barbecue sandwich. I feel like it's almost a little disrespectful, not in the literal sense, but in a figurative sense. So then I found Havarti, and then also some provolone. I feel like both these cheeses, while they're kind of still like American, they're a little more of a robust palate. This isn't a French tartine with fig preserve jam and, oh, that's the baguette.
Okay. So we pre-toast the baguette, just like we did last time. Get a nice little crisp on there, and it comes out hot.
As I was saying, it's not a French tartine, you know, it's not some sort of like super nice cuisine. It's just barbecue, man. Like, you don't gotta be all extra with it. I was originally gonna go with this black truffle brie, but you can't mix brie and barbecue. It's two different palates. It would taste really good, but I feel like it would clash in the sense of just the food in it of itself. So we're gonna go with a mix of Havarti and a mix of provolone, and we're gonna see how it matches with this cherry habanero from Kosmos.
Yeah, the cherry habanero is going to replace the fig preserve. It's going to go down as the foundation, and we'll get to that right now. As Nick was explaining, we had the bries from the other day, and while we'll do another video using the bries, I did try the black truffle brie, and I'm here to tell you, it's stupid good. So we're going to come up with something to pair with that, probably a tartine with prosciutto, and then some other kind of a preserve, sort of follow their fancy mode. This barbecue tartine that Nick's working on is a different breed. He's got his sauce ready. He's got his cheeses over here.
I forgot to get my station ready.
Get your station ready.
I'm gonna get my station ready.
Okay.
Right. So we're gonna take the cherry habanero Kosmos sauce. Just gonna drizzle it a little bit on the bread. I'm more of a saucy kind of guy. You don't gotta put as much as I did on there. But I definitely want to feel this cherry flavor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just, actually I could a little more on this piece.
Yep.
You're just gonna spread it with your spoon. It's a really good vessel for spreading. I'm actually gonna put a little more because I don't want to have just bread.
Yep.
But that's essentially what we're doing. We're just gonna coat the bottom of this baguette with whatever kind of spread you want. You know, you can do any kind of basic barbecue sauce. It doesn't have to be some kind of crazy flavor. You can just do it with normal barbecue sauce. Whatever makes you happy, man, you know. It ain't that deep, it's just food.
Yeah, one of the things with the tartine is they went with sweet and then salty with the bacon and then sort of a savory with the cheese. This barbecue version you're doing is sort of just two notes. It's got barbecue and it's got cheese. But by going with the cherry habanero sauce, you get a little bit of sweetness in there. So he's going to load this up with a little bit of this barbecue pulled pork. Just so you know, for full disclosure, this barbecue pulled pork, we also did Kosmos Q Dirty Bird and Hot Dirty Bird on it. And it is tossed in his
I forgot what the sauce was.
his competition sauce.
Yes, it was the competition sauce.
So he's put a significant amount of pork on there, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. He's
I'm a big meat guy.
also making a little bit of a mess, but we'll work through that. Kitchens are made to be messy. All right, and we'll come back after he's got the cheese ready, and we go back into the toaster oven. All right, we're back. Nick is doing some cheese disassembly. Now, you decided to go with one slice of each broken across the sandwiches, right, Nick?
Yes, I did. So I feel like the combination would be really interesting to feel, even though they're not like right on top of each other. So that way you can kind of get one Havarti if you feel like really feeling Havarti, and provolone if you're really feeling provolone. But at the end of the day, it's all gonna mesh. I am a little disappointed that we didn't have it fresh because usually I like to fresh grate my cheese. That helps it melt better. If you didn't know that. the anti-caking agents they put in when they bag it, it just makes it harder to melt.
Yeah, point of order, there's no anti-caking agents in the ones that are sliced.
Oh, well, even better.
So you're totally fine. It's going to melt just fine.
It's going to melt great.
If we were using shredded cheese, that would be a point.
Yeah.
So hold on a second. Before you do that, we're going to load those up on some aluminum foil so that if they drip, they don't drip into the bottom of the toaster oven.
That's right.
I'll get some stills and we'll come back. All right, we're back. Nick has made his cheese choice and assembled. Nick, what did you end up going with and what was your thoughts about it?
So I ended up with Havarti and with Provolone. I'm a big combination guy. I like to have a mixture of flavors at the same time. I always think it enhances the actual dish itself. I would have liked to shred it myself, but you know, what can you do? This is going to be great either way. I'm excited to try it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop it back into the toaster oven on the same settings, and then it'll be done.
All right. All right, Nick, we got your sandwich in here on a platter.
Yep.
Now, I asked you a question when we were getting that ready about sliced versus shredded. What was your thoughts about that?
So when I shred cheese, I feel like, especially with pulled pork that's already shredded in a sense, it's just going to get into the pork a lot better. With sliced cheese, oftentimes it can come off like when you bite it, and that's not really the best thing to happen, especially when you're trying to enjoy a meal. We've all had it happen with pizza where you bite it and the cheese falls off. No one likes that. If I shredded it, I feel like it just would have matched the actual texture of the meat itself, and it would have been a lot easier to eat. So that way you get cheese in every bite and not have to gamble per se for how to, fully enjoy what you're eating.
Well, it's interesting with the original one, the brie, you put in almost like a scoop because it's almost like a goo.
Yeah.
And so you do have some situations where you don't get a bite that has cheese. With the slices, you got full coverage, which is good.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how come out in another 3 minutes out of the toaster.
Okay.
All right.
You know about that.
Straight out of the toaster oven in our little hidey hole back there. Those of you who watched the other video heard about the hidey hole. Yeah, that was probably hot.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's take a little look at this. Got a little bit of a bubble on the cheese, which is good. All right. It's probably too hot to take your first try, isn't it?
I think so.
I know your asbestos mouth.
I don't know if it's I don't know if I can do it like that.
All right. Well, we'll come back and give it a taste. We'll take another picture. And we'll be right back. All right. We're back with Nick giving his first bite. It's actually, I'm going to zoom in here. It's not his first bite. It's actually going to be his third bite. But we're going to pretend it's his first bite. Nick, get in there. Let us know what you think about it. That's a solid bite.
So, I could say a bunch of nonsense about it that wouldn't really make sense. It just tastes good.
You like the combination?
I love the combination. I think the sauce is not overly hot, which is a letdown for me. I like a little bit more of a kick. But it's great for anyone who doesn't like spicy things, especially like mom.
Right.
She would love it. The cheese actually did not do what I was scared of it doing, which was getting pulled off. It seeped into the meat, which was actually really, really cool. And the pork, it's not dry, which was something that I was really scared of. It still kept its moisture, and the bread is always good. The bread has a great crunch. It's a good bread.
Excellent. So you'd try it again, maybe with a different base level?
I would absolutely try it again with maybe a different cheese, maybe a Gouda, maybe more of like a stronger cheese. And I definitely want to try the apple whatever one we have up there.
Apple chipotle.
Apple chipotle. I think that's going to be a lot sweeter.
Yeah, those Kosmos Q sauces, I'm a huge fan of the Kosmos Q stuff. They rated them as a 2 out of 5 on spice, so we didn't expect it to be very spicy.
We should get another up close bite for the crunch.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen to this crunch.
Nice. Nice.
Can't get that anywhere else.
All right, thanks, Nick. Nice experimenting.
Yeah.